So if you're thinking about buying a home, these are 7 mistakes you absolutely have to avoid to save yourself and your family a ton of heartache. Number 1, first off, let's start with the big one and the most vital one to the home purchasing process: not getting pre-approved prior to searching. Going home shopping without a pre-approval is like having no money and no job and going car shopping. It just doesn't make sense. You will have absolutely no idea of what price range you should be looking in, or if you can even afford a car at all. That's the first thing that you should know. We're all busy, and I don't know anyone who wants to spend lots of time looking around at houses just for their entertainment value. That's what streaming services are for. Do that. Number 2, trying to find the perfect home. Of course, finding the right house that meets your needs is important, with the things like the number of beds and baths, the square footage, etc. But you need to remember that the homes you are looking at are usually set up perfectly for the seller who owns the home now. There is no such thing as a perfect house until you make it a perfect house. Now, you won't be able to do that until you find one that has potential and then put your touch on it. Stay flexible in your home search, then customize it however you like once you have moved in. Mistake number 3, thinking you can't buy anything without 20% down. You could purchase a house with loans as low as 3%. Ask your lender about what options you have available and what type of loans would be right for you and your financial situation, but thinking you need to save 20% before buying a home is just crazy and unrealistic for the majority of the population, mostly in California. Now, for down payments less than 20%, you will need to pay private mortgage insurance for a conventional loan, but this is pretty standard, okay? Point being, you can definitely buy a house without putting 20% down. Mistake number 4, often the people giving you advice don't know what they're talking about. If you're allowing family and friends whose baseline of real estate knowledge is what they see on the 5 o'clock news, you're listening to the wrong people. Nothing against family and friends, and we all love our family and friends, mostly our friends, and we know that they have your best interests at heart, but you really need the influence of professionals when making the biggest purchase of your life. Trust people who do this all the time and are involved in real estate daily, in and out. Mistake number 5, hiring the seller's real estate agent. They will be looking out for the seller's interests, not yours. You want your own representation by someone who has a fiduciary duty to give you advice based on your interest, not the seller's. Stay away from builders and seller agents. The seller hired them to help them get the most money out of their house that they can, and if you go straight to them, you'll be the one that they try to get the most money out of the house from. It's like being a defendant in a case and using the plaintiff's lawyer to represent you. It's just not a good idea. Mistake number 6, changing your financial situation after being pre-approved. The lender will require for you to be pre-approved twice when you purchase a home, before you go shopping and then right before closing. Don't do anything to your financial situation that will change your pre-approval, like open or close any credit cards, max out any cards, make any huge purchases, or deposit large sums of money into your account. Keep your financial situation as close to where it is when you were first pre-approved. Those were the terms the lender liked and got you approved the first time. Give the lender what they want to see again at closing. Mistake number 7, not budgeting for closing costs, maintenance, and upkeep, and the financial responsibilities that go along with home ownership. The last thing you want to do is to start watching your asset fall apart because you failed to financially plan for it. Eventually, things will need to be replaced, and it's been advised to spend 1.5% of your home's value every year on fixes, upgrades, and improvements. If you can't do this, at least make a plan to set aside some money for when things need to be repaired or replaced. So I hope this video helped. You got questions or comments, reach out to me. I will be happy to help you. Until then, I will see you in the next video.